Hello, my name is Jason, and welcome back to I Have a Story. And this is another episode of My Life Monday. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and struggles and problems I had, and one in specific was I was a full-blown alcoholic at 16 years old. You ask anybody who knows me or knew me then, and there are many people out there, they will absolutely testify to this. I've since, and I had the picture on my computer, and I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, I think it's on my Facebook. A picture of me and a friend of mine, Sean, he very likely has this picture still. At 15 years old, I looked exactly like I do today, minus the scars and some of the aging. My beard was just as full and just as thick at 15 years old as it is right now. And it made for an awful, interesting childhood. One, I've lived on my own since 2 weeks before my 16th birthday. And when you have a full beard and you don't get carded, and you have your own house, yes, I was king of high school. And I was king of high school in many ways. And those are stories for later. That's not actually why I'm here today. And those, again, when I tell you I have stories, people, I have stories. My life has not been normal. I don't even know what that word means. How do you say it backwards? Because that's about where, that's what I've been. So, and that's why I'm here. My life has not been normal in any aspect. And I have so much experience in so many different things. And not just because of my life, because of my brain too. I want to be one who knows how everything works. I get every job I've ever had. I don't want to just learn my job. I want to learn that job too, and this job over here. And how's your job work? How does this company operate? I want to know it all. I want to know what's behind the other companies that feed us these products to make our products, and I want to know how it all works. And I've been like that everywhere. When I worked in a chemical factory plant, I was the only person to ever get certified in every department because I want to know how everything worked. And I've talked a little bit about that, and I'll talk more about that later on. But I was a full-blown alcoholic. Because obviously, if I'm living on the streets and living on my own 2 weeks before my 16th birthday, there's a reason. And it's part of why I look at society today. I see all this nonsense. People don't know how to survive. And people want to sit here and cry. We can't get to the voting office. Do you know what it was like to be a 15-year-old living on the streets completely alone with nobody? I mean, I couch surfed here and there, but all your friends are 15. I did it alone. And I am standing here today because of what it took for me to get there. And I'm buried in what I should have been for the effort I put forth. I drank and drank. I drank a case of Double Deuces. My poison was Colt 45 and Old English. I'd mix them up. Had my run with Black Label. One malt liquor, I mean, you drink enough, even at 16 years old, you drink enough. Alcohol is just a pop. I needed that malt liquor to get that kick. Oh yeah, that wasn't even enough too, because then I had to drink a fifth every night on top of that. And what is so weird now, I mean, the smell of it makes my stomach turn. Oh, now I'm having a brain fart. And I can't even believe that. And I was just thinking about it. This is how my brain works. I lose words. The thoughts are there. I lose the words. Southern Comfort. I can't even stand the smell. The smell of that stuff today makes my stomach turn. But that was me at 16 years old. As smart as I've always been in so many ways, handling the pain myself has always been such a struggle, and nobody should ever have to even be put in that situation to struggle. I actually went to high school and punched out on the top shelf. I found out I could punch out the wall, the little square behind my top shelf, that the I-beams ran cross support right there. So I popped my panel out, and that's where I put alcohol back there. I was going to high school, and people knew it. I have friends that will testify to this. I lined up alcohol back there. The day I turned 21, it all stopped. The day I turned 21. Maybe I don't know what would our lives be if not for the things we experience. The night I turned 21, I was supposed to, obviously, like we do, go out and party. Only I didn't get to. My brother's girlfriend calls I was living with my wife, the woman at the time. We lived in an apartment, she answered the phone, and my brother's girlfriend called and said, "Hey, where are you guys going tonight?" Why are you effing calling me asking about where we're going tonight? Because Jason's brother wants to know so we know where to meet you. This again was back in before cell phones and technology. I don't know what year I turned 21. But that was a long time ago. I refuse to accept that mentality. I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid forever. People, your mind is so powerful, and the way you view and look at things. And I'm telling you this while I'm sitting here telling you I'm struggling with how I accept my pain. So my 21st birthday, my wife's yelling at my brother's girlfriend for calling to be the one to call to find out where we're going, and even just talk to her and didn't even ask for me, just where you guys going, and just talking to her. And even though we hadn't even picked a bar, a club, or anywhere we were going, somehow it turned into I was going to a bar to screw some bartender. How it even got to that. This, again, what people and their mental illnesses have done to me. Maybe this is, again, I try to look at so positive, find the positive in it, Jason. Well, guess what? My 21st birthday, I didn't go out. I didn't even leave the apartment. I sat there with her and just sulked in it. But I also quit drinking. That was the night I quit drinking. I stopped that cyclone I was going down. So many things in life, people, we don't understand the bad. And the bad makes us do more bad. I've had so much bad in my life that I have to try to find good in it. It's part of why I laugh at things. Do you laugh or do you get mad? We have feelings. You can't control them. Where do you let them go? I try to find the humor. I try to find the positive. I feel the pain. And I'm not the best at it. Obviously, I'm smoking myself to absolute death because there's nothing more painful in my life that you could even possibly give me. Please, I would take being tortured, kidnapped, and beaten for another night all over again. I've done it. It's happened to me. I will take that again before I feel the pain of what I'm feeling now. I don't even care if the next time I come out and my body's even more damaged and injured than what it is now. I would take that pain in a heartbeat over the pain of losing my kids. And I'm still not going down the road of alcohol. And don't get me wrong, the past few years, 2020 when she did this to me, my neighbor almost had to drag me out of a bar because I could not stand up. You might as well call it the stumble out, because I don't even know if I stumbled out. And even that night, a woman tried getting me to have an affair. And even at that pain and going through it again year after year, knowing that at that time I knew of 2 affairs that this woman had on me, I still could not cheat on her. Part of why that woman now is so praised on me, because who does that as a man or a woman these days? No, I'm in so much pain that I'm so drunk and I can't stand up, and I've been like this for 2 straight weeks, cannot get off the ground, drunk, plastered, can't stand up, pissing myself. but yet I still didn't cross the lines. People think that all of those outlets and all that stuff is what makes it all better, and in the end, so many people, so many times, it ends up making even more pain. I'm tired of more pain. I do what I can to run from it, hide from it, block it, stop it. I'm standing here with all that I've gone through. Cigarettes are the only one I can't get rid of. And I really feel like I'm dying. My weight down, my energy down, my brain constantly feeling like it's hitting brick walls. Sick to my stomach, throwing up constantly. But I still don't turn to the drugs. I still don't turn to the alcohol. Well, I'll make this one about the alcohol and that part of my life experience. The bad that I try to use good. And don't get me wrong, I do very, very seldom like to have an occasional drink. Honestly, 2 to 3 times a year. And I, again, have always been the one at discipline, even back in my 20s, when my wife at the time had a family of complete alcoholics. I sold my Mustang clone, I'll just leave it at that to keep things short, and I got a conversion van just so I could haul all the alcoholics around, and I quit drinking to make sure they got home safely. And that's what I did. Night after night after night. Went to the bars watching everybody drink and party it up. And I made sure they all got home safe. Even giving up my fun sports car to do that. When I tell you people, I'm the man who just lives for... And I don't want to sit here and preach like I am some sort of... And it's part of why I show my feelings on this channel, and I don't hide who I am, and I let it all out because I'm not holier than thou. Follow me on Sunday. Because I don't know how to exactly say it in words. I'm not exactly seeking the Lord. Because I feel in my heart I've already found Him. But I still struggle, and I still have what society has done to my head, cycle all that. But I still don't turn back to the alcohol. I still don't turn back to the drugs. I look and seek and try to find positive outlets. If I'm angry and mad and I need to take it out, guess what? There's a tree laying out in the yard that can sure use and take a whooping and not even cry about it. Let's go chop some wood. That's how a man gets any one of those feelings we get in us out properly. I don't take it out on people. I walk away. I don't grab a bottle. I will not lie. Sometimes I grab a joint. I like marijuana so much better than every other drug I've ever tried because it does not make me discombobulated. I always have my head on my shoulders. I can always walk. I can always talk. I can't say that with everything else I've ever done. Marijuana, I can. Marijuana, if done properly, is take 2 puffs. Don't smoke like Cheech and Chong. Relax and calm down. Usually after 15-20 minutes, that high just kind of mellows out anyway. It's made a difference over me eating even today, and again, throughout my life, I could have died without it because it's what gets me eating. I will go days without eating. I went days with my past wife without eating just while she was overseas in a third world country because I was so worried about her. While she's calling me crying and screaming in a cab in the middle of the night going from the airport to the hotel because people are beating on her window and screaming at her. And there are people that I went to church with who met me going, Jason, oh my God, you feel horrible. Yeah, I haven't eaten in 3 days. Not a thing. Every time I try to open my mouth and put in a bite, I throw up because I'm the man with the biggest heart in the world.